Hi there Poke fans, I'm your humblest Trousers fan and you're watching Pokemon Gym Challenges. Let's see if I can go through that little, what do you call it, that little desert. Here's an item over here. Now the purpose of going through that desert is to catch my next ground type Pokemon. And how did I miss that guy? Did I already fight him? Now I should just get around more or less over here, and here I should be able to go through the desert, this desert, and this is where I need the go-go goggles. So the main purpose of going through this desert over here is to get items like this, Stardust, and to catch my next Pokemon. And seeing as I'm already in this desert, you probably already know who my next Pokemon is going to be. Now I must judge my distance over there from that character, this NPC, Camper Cliff. So that's why he was able to engage me in a fight. Catching up to a girl like that. That is creepy. Doesn't he know that? Let's switch out. This time I think Grottle is the perfect solution. And obviously Grottle and Marshtomp both are solutions to myself. And I've explained this many times in previous playthroughs. It's part of the things when you specialize in a specific type. Is the first thing is you have to be as strong as you possibly can in the type that you are. The second thing is to be able to defeat yourself. And the third thing is to be able to deal effectively with your most prominent weaknesses. Okay, so Dig didn't do all that much. Seed Bomb should take him out. Maybe I should have gone with a Mega Drain again, just to heal up Grottle a bit more. Because as it is, I probably need to give him a potion. On the other hand, he's not really up front. I still need to give him a potion because who knows, maybe I'll need to use him again in fight or in battle. So there we go, giving him a potion, a super potion at that. Sacrificing some of the possible health points that I may earn if he was weaker. Here's a fossil. I think one of these are fossils. Yeah, they are fossils. Claw fossil or the other fossil? Let's go with the claw fossil. Not that it does me any good at this time. And the other fossil just sunk away. So that's how they managed to not allow you to get both fossils at the same time, which is kind of dumb because even though the version in blue and red and yellow was kind of arbitrary, it is more narratively satisfying than actually just having it sink away. If you have a scientist or a fossil hunter there, that is your actual competition. I believe that is a better answer to you not getting the second fossil. I almost killed this Trapinch. He almost bloody well killed me. Come on. Let's see if I can catch this Trapinch. And yes, this is what I'm after. I'm after this Trapinch. Or a Trapinch. It is a ground and bug type, I think. I managed to catch it. Trapinch was caught. Okay, let's see what it says in the Pokédex. Trapinch. Oh, it's just a ground type. It should have been a bug type as well, in my opinion, but it evolves into a dragon type later on, so I think they didn't want to have a situation where that is problematic. Although they have many Pokemon, take Azurill. for instance, it changes type. It starts off as a fairy and it changes to a water and fairy. Probably not the best explanation I can come up with, but you understand the theme. Now I don't really want to fight that girl over there. Is there a bayonet in this area? Okay, that is not a bayonet, that is my worst enemy. And I do have an answer for it in Namo. But fighting it with Marshtomp is the worst idea ever. I wonder if I can find any more items. Almost walked into that this camper. I think it's a camper. Okay, let's see what's down here. Okay, that is just a trap, making you expend more steps. How amazing is it that I haven't encountered the Pokémon just yet? Do any of you notice the mask I'm wearing over there? Sandstorm, there we have another TM. Might come in handy. Probably not gonna use it. I love how they added the mask to the graphic over there. Another Trapinch. Marshtomp, there we go. Now I did activate my experience share. So if I'm forced to fight like this because of the arena trap, I can just take out this Trapinch and everybody gains experience. And that did actually take out the Trapinch. This time I was not afraid of actually killing it, because this time that was actually the objective. Because it dared to trap me in an arena trap. There's a hiker, I think. Okay, let's use the super repel. It might have been quite relevant for me to actually... What is a bug catcher doing in here? What kind of bugs can he possibly catch? I mean, Trapinch we've already established is not a bug type. It is a ground type, a pure ground type. Are there any other items for me to collect? Now I just walked away from that corner over there and I didn't have a clear view of that corner, but I don't think there is anything in that corner. Okay, so where does this lead us? I think that just goes out. Sure. Luckily he just turns like that and not in our direction. Is it only me or was I running faster than he was? Another... Now, he has a... Okay, he's not a bug catcher. Because he doesn't have a net, he has a magnifying glass. I don't know what the magnifying glass will help you in the middle of a sandstorm. But that does tell me that he is a fossil hunter or some sort of archaeologist, which basically equates to a fossil hunter. Okay, this is a bug catcher. I can tell that because of the net. What kind of bugs he can catch over here, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have done the repel. I might have been able to ascertain what kind of bugs he might be able to catch. There is one bug he might be able to get, but he won't get it with a net. He would have had to stand right here where I was walking through now, where I got my fossil. Because I have the bug fossil in my back at the moment. That might be a good reason for a bug catcher to fight you, regardless of where you are, in order to get that fossil. Okay, so I'm just leaving because I've got what I wanted. And I've already fought that guy over there. Okay. No, I don't need another. Is there a way for me to... Yes, there is a way for me to get back quickly. And I'm on my way to that kid right now. But I accidentally ran into this girl over here and she is challenging me with a spoink. At this stage of the battle, spoink will not make very good bacon. So I'll just defeat him. When he evolves, that might be really good bacon. Let's go for another mud bomb. That is basically the best I have at the moment. I could have swapped to Grottle, who has bite. And that would have been a much better fight, but it would have taken approximately the same amount of turns, not attacks, turns. Because Grottle might be able to take it out in a single attack, but it will take a turn to switch out between the two of them. Okay. Mobile intimidates. Let's do a lava plume and see how much damage that does. Okay, that is quite a significant amount. As a matter of fact, it takes him out in a single attack. Grottle grows to 29. Okay, I've defeated you, girlie. You can be glad that I'm a girl as well, because I might have made some inappropriate requests. On the other hand, you're bloody young, so I might keep my mouth shut. Because this level of flatness is not really appealing. Okay, super repel. Okay, so I'm going for another repel for a few strands of grass that I'm walking through. I don't know if I ever fought these people, so I'm keeping up with the principle of avoiding them. Double team. Very good for Nuzlocke, not so good for a regular playthrough, because you hardly ever use setup moves. And I mean hardly ever. Ah, damn. I was hoping that I already fought this kid. Or, in the other hand, I was hoping that it wouldn't actually there wouldn't actually be a kid in there. So here we have an example of what I was talking about a minute ago, about a Pokemon that starts off as a one type and evolves into something completely different, because that bug type, Ninkada, is a rock and a bug type, and it evolves into a flying and bug type. And as an added bonus, you get his discarded husk as a ghost type if you have an open spot in your party. And of late, it seems that you also need a spare Pokeball, which I have always thought was actually necessary. Okay, here's one of the evolutionary forms I was talking about just now. The evolved form of Ninkada, Ninjask. Now, since Ninja is in a name, Ninjask is probably also a very good Pokemon for a ninja to have. I wonder why none of the farmers are actually yelling at me for running through these fields like this. It might actually be bad for the soil, or not really the soil, but the seeds that might have been planted in there. It might be that all of those seeds get disrupted by some kid running through the fields like that. Freshly tilled and sown. On the other hand, I don't actually know if it was freshly sown. All I know, it's freshly tilled. But most farming equipment, if I have my stats correct, tend to do both things at the same time. They till the soil and then they plant as well. Now where am I going? I thought I wanted to get to that kid that is supposed to be at that Pokemon Center over there. But there's nothing in there. There is something over there bouncing around, but that doesn't really do anything. Okay, we get the Zangoose over here. The arch enemy of Seviper. It is a normal type, so I don't really have a way to attack it because normal types, even though they don't have any strength at all, only have one weakness, and that being fighting type. Yeah, I will be getting fighting type attacks later on. Best to deal with the normal types, seeing as they are so prolific. There is a lot of normal types, a lot more normal types than water types. Those are the top most common types. And I may be incorrect of my stats, but I do believe that normal type is more prolific than water types, considering all the games in total. In other words, every Pokemon that has ever existed, you will find that normal types what is the word I'm looking for? There are more normal types than water types. Let's just describe what it is. I wanted to use a single word, but I discovered that the word I was trying to use did not apply. That comes with the level of intelligence that I happen to occupy. That's why I need you guys to leave comments in the comment section below, giving me advice as to how I can do better, especially with team selection and gameplay and mistakes I make, stuff like that, and whether or not it is actually a good idea to dodge all of these NPCs that I tend to dodge. Now if I come back later on and fight them, that is okay in my mind, but if I never ever come back to them, that is experience I've left on the table, which I have to catch up later on during grinding. Okay, maybe Rock Slide would be quite well, but let's go for a Mud Bomb instead. I mean, I get stabbed from the Mud Bomb, so that is always a better choice. I thought you had more than one Pokemon, dude. What kind of hiker are you? Not even a single rock type in your squad. Okay, so now we are going through this cave over here. Let's see if we can make it through. On the other hand, do I actually need to make it through? I think I have been in this cave before. Okay, there's a Zubat. Not really what we were looking for. Rock Slide should work quite nicely for this. I am so glad that Trapinch has a Rock Slide. Granted, I gave my Marshtomp a Rock Slide, but for Trapinch to have Rock Slide all by itself, that is a bonus. That makes it much more easy to fight flying type Pokemon. I think I'm jumping down these ledges just willy-nilly, and I think that might be a mistake. On the other hand, once you jump down one ledge, there's only one direction to go. There's no going back up the ledge. Let's see if I can find any items over there. Okay, there's a girl over there looking for a fight, but I don't want to deal with such masculine energy at the moment, even though I am a girl myself. So let's see Okay, I dodged quite nicely over there. Okay, there's an item right back there, but I think I need a surf in order to get to it. And since it's not a yellow item, it's probably not a TM. So its usefulness might be limited. Okay, let's dodge that guy over there. This is a great ball. Okay. Nice to have a great ball as well. I dodged two guys over there. I may have been able to dodge the one guy, but the other guy I was never going to dodge. On the other hand, seeing that lady over there, I wonder if I haven't fought those people already. And I'm back in this city over here. Okay, so this is where I am. Rosborough City. Let's go heal up first. Anyway, this is going to be the end of this episode. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode and I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day. Thank you and goodbye.